The article reflects on Jenny Shepard, a significant yet underrated character from NCIS, who left an indelible mark on the series despite her tragic death 16 years ago. Serving as the first female NCIS director from seasons 3 to 5, Jenny's complex character, driven by grief and obsession, significantly influenced the storyline and Gibbs' character development. Her impulsive actions ultimately led to her demise during a mission linked to her father's murder. The article argues that Jenny deserved a more fitting exit, highlighting her potential for a storyline in the upcoming prequel, NCIS Origins, where her relationship with Gibbs could be further explored. This forgotten NCIS character deserved so much better, 16 years after their death. NCIS has featured countless characters over the years, but one particular NCIS character deserves so much better even 16 years after their death. NCIS is known for its dramatic plotlines and character endings. The show has been on the air for over 20 years and has even recently celebrated its 1000th NCIS episode. Given its long runtime and countless character exits, some characters are bound to have more tragic endings than others. Even so, there's one character that deserves so much better. Over the past 2 decades, NCIS has created intense season finales to write characters off the show. Given its dramatic and police procedural nature, it makes sense to move characters around to keep the show exciting. However, some characters receive more upsetting endings than others. NCIS featured a particularly tragic ending to one of its characters in Season 5, 16 years prior to the upcoming NCIS Season 22. After all this time, her ending still rankles. Jenny Shepard was an underrated NCIS character. Jenny's appearances were small but long-lasting. Jenny Shepard, played by Lauren Hawley, was the NCIS director from Season 3 to Season 5. She became the director of NCIS after Thomas Morrow's resignation following Caitlin Todd's death in the NCIS Season 2 finale. While Jenny was only the director for 3 seasons, her effect on the show has been long-lasting. For one thing, she was the first and only female director of NCIS, and her relationship with Gibbs went a long way into revealing Gibbs' character and personality. Jenny was an ambitious and highly skilled NCIS agent that gave her the drive she needed to be successful. Jenny's obsession with catching Rene Benoit for his alleged involvement with the murder of her father also added to her intrigue and made her an impressive character. Her obsessive nature was largely a result of Jenny being driven by grief and revenge following the death of her father, and it gave her character a slight edge that separated her from the other NCIS team members. These qualities made Jenny a great NCIS character, which is why her death still hurts, 16 years on. Jenny's story ended abruptly. Jenny's impulsiveness led to her demise. Jenny was a great director, but her time on NCIS was cut short when she was killed in a shootout in the Season 5 finale, Judgment Day Part 1. Season 4 of NCIS set up Jenny's death by showing the extent of her obsession with Rene, and it was her obsession with catching him that eventually led to her death. While pursuing Rene, Jenny was assigned to kill the fiancé of a Russian arms dealer in an undercover operation. Her failure to complete her mission and be honest with her teammates is what eventually killed her in 2008. However, even without her violent death, Jenny would still have left the show in another way. Season 5 revealed that Jenny was sick, but it was not until Ducky was about to begin Jenny's autopsy in Season 5 that he revealed to Gibbs that Jenny had been diagnosed with a debilitating terminal illness. Jenny's exit from the show would have been abrupt either way. She is one of the many NCIS characters who left the show, but in a way, her death was on her own terms. After Jenny was diagnosed, she seemed to have gotten more impulsive, putting the safety of her teammates at risk. But Jenny did not need a terminal illness in the first place. She could have been written out of the show, though a career change from the stress of the job. Jenny could also have left NCIS after the satisfaction that Rene was dead. After Jenny was diagnosed, she seemed to have gotten more impulsive, putting the safety of her teammates at risk. She deserved a better ending because she had worked so hard to get to where she was, and to have it taken from her so quickly was disappointing. Jenny could come back in NCIS Origins. The prequel is Jenny's only hope. Even though Jenny died 16 years ago, she could appear in the new NCIS prequel, NCIS Origins, which will take place during the beginning of NCIS Jethro Gibbs' career. NCIS has already established Jenny as both an NCIS special agent and as a former partner to Mark Harmon's Gibbs, so it would make sense for Jenny to appear. It would also be exciting to see how their relationship started, since most of their relationship happened off-screen and before NCIS. Jenny is one of the many dead NCIS characters that could appear in NCIS Origins. Her past with Gibbs gives her even more potential to appear, since her pursuit to catch Renee overlapped with her time with Gibbs. Jenny's story in NCIS Origins would likely focus on their time together in the undercover operation in Paris regarding the Russian arms dealer and his fiancée. Since Jenny died 16 years ago, her only hope to reappear in the NCIS franchise is through the prequel,